Okay, so Jordan Brand is relaunching their golf program in a big way.
We also have one of my favorite skaters of all time, Andrew Reynolds, releasing a skate shoe with New Balance, which looks pretty sick.
And we have numerous more colorways of the AE2, allegedly.
All that and more in today's episode of the Beyond Kicks podcast. So, Mr. Golf Guy, break down this Jordan Brand. It's a new model, right?
So it's not even just a new model, but basically Jordan Golf is back. And I'm going to not lie, like I figured they were kind of here the whole time because we've been getting Jordan 1 Low golf shoes. We've been getting a whole bunch of different stuff, but I guess they're relaunching it. I saw a bunch of golf creators, even Jock Slade was there at Beaverton, I believe it was.
No, I think it's in Florida. It's like a new compound.
Grove, I know it was called, but
I don't know what it says.
A golf course of some sorts. Here's Grove in the background. I know it was the Grove or something like that. Some golf course. Jupiter, Florida, where Michael Jordan's private compound known as the Grove. Okay. And they launched a clothing line. I saw a bunch of creators talking about this. Next event, I definitely want to go because it looked sweet.
Right.
But the Jordan Air Rev golf shoe, which we're looking at right here, is launching $250.
It's steep. It's steep, dude. I did some reading. There's like a BOA lacing system on the top of the foot. There's also
super standard for golf shoes. That's
is that really?
Yep. That's where I was introduced to the BOA lacing system. It's like you see it in Peloton shoes, you see it in boots, you see it in a whole bunch of different things, but it's been in golf for probably 10 years. FootJoy is really popular to use it.
Huh. I didn't know that. Another cool thing, and I need to read into it a little bit more. I just skimmed through this article. There's like a removable air, like a Zoom Air unit. Did you see that?
Huh.
But it's like underneath the insole, and you can move it from shoe to shoe. So like if you golf left-handed, right-handed, whatever, you can have your pressure, whichever foot you have the most pressure on, you can use the Zoom Air unit, I think.
Interesting. I'll have to try that out because it depends on if you're a righty, if you're a lefty. A big thing is weight transfer in your legs when you're taking a swing, especially when you have a driver. You want to load up on that right side and release it. So if you have different air units and different parts of the shoe, that could definitely be interesting. So that's okay. So maybe some new tech, but I mean, otherwise it looks like one of those, like a Jordan 24, just a random Jordan model that like not super enticing looking. UNC blue strap with UNC blue outsole and an all white upper. That's about it.
Definitely got grandpa vibes. That's
not my favorite look. Here's a example of something that I think is really good. Tiger Woods just kind of relaunched his golf brand, or launched it for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's called Sunday Red, and they've come out with new golf shoes. I'm a very retro golf shoe person. I love the old school vibe. Here's an example of that. And so these are a premium level shoe. This isn't even the one I was thinking about, but this is one of their shoes that's very premium looking. It looks like a golf shoe. This is what you get.
I like that. That's a good look. What do those retail for?
It's a good question.
Like, is $250 pretty average for like?
I mean, for a golf shoe, it's not $250.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not unheard of.
Because most of them are like nicer leather shoes.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, yeah, I guess we'll have to see. I'm excited to see what else they come out. I mean, this is not the one that's gonna get me super excited, but I'm excited to see what else comes with this. So
that's true. But no, yeah, seeing all the creators and news outlets there, it was freaking sick. I saw Kevin was there just posting a ton of stories from Bleacher Report. And I was like, dude, that's really cool. I could not imagine.
It's pushing me to film a lot more golf content this summer because
I figured it would.
Next one. So
the second I saw everybody there, I was like, oh, this is gonna light a fire under Charlie's ass, and he's gonna be like, okay, here we go.
Yes, but
that's cool.
Yeah. So a little golf for me. We got a little skate news for you.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm so hyped about these. So I think it was about a year ago, Andrew Reynolds joined the New Balance numerics team. Andrew Reynolds, like growing up, I wasn't super into basketball, so that just wasn't, I didn't look up to like Michael Jordan or any of that. But growing up, like Andrew Reynolds was my Michael Jordan, essentially. Like the peak of the peak. Killed it with Baker skateboards, did America, ton of other like just iconic skate brands he was very closely affiliated with. I was looking through my closet. I still have a 2006 Andrew Reynolds Baker board
Oh,
just
that's sweet.
stashed away in there that I need to pull out. But yeah, we finally got a first look at his new skate shoe with New Balance. It's the 933, which is like essentially a skatable version of the New Balance 993. Definitely serving like retro dad vibes. I'm not gonna lie, like the shape looks a little weird near the toe box. I feel like it's a little bulky. Like if it was to slope down a little bit more, maybe it would look a little more visually appealing to me. But overall, I think these are sick, dude. He posted a story today, and I should have taken a screenshot of it before it went away. But I think it was this pair. He did 100 kick flips in them. Then he took them on a trip to like Florida and then another trip somewhere else. And he posted a photo of just like how the shoe looked after all of that wear and tear. And it was like nothing. And I was like, dude.
So they hold up pretty well, which
that,
is fitting because New Balance premium materials.
It's that New Balance engineering, man. Like it's just crazy. And the shoe looks good. All neutral colors. You got like a khaki, an olive, a gray, a
four
black.
different colors. So
fire. Launching with 4 colors. And I love like probably my favorite detail about these, which is what I would have geeked out over as a kid. If you go to the photo of like the underside of the shoe, you can actually see like the tech and the cushioning in it, and you can see it through the front of the foot as well. And as a kid, I was a sucker for any sort of visible tech, and I always wanted to see that stuff in skate shoes, but they never really showed it to you. There are a few pairs here and there where it's like, oh, I can see the cushion through this. Like, oh, that's so cool. That's really going to help when I jump down this 5-stair or off this loading dock. Like, these are gonna change my life. Just like, I've always been a geek about skate shoes growing up, but this is one that I'm like, dude, if I could have got these as a kid, I'd be freaking out. Now I'm probably going to wear them more casually, but I definitely want to skate in these because just why not, dude? And the quality looks fire.
They do look nice. I'm not a skater, but honestly, as a street shoe, it gives me a lot of the Eshad Wares that came out earlier this year. The new model that we saw that was definitely on the skinny end. I know you like those. They just didn't fit my foot very well. I'm a big SB fan, just rocking them. So this is, I think we both got some pairs coming on the way. So we will be giving you our thoughts. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. And apparently, because I was talking to Drift House, he's the one that's going to be hooking us up with a pair to check out and review. He hit me up. This had to be a few months back. I don't even know how long ago, but the New Balance numerics accounts, like they weren't showing anybody what the shoe looked like. They were just relying off Andrew's name and the New Balance combination, approaching all the skate shops being like, Andrew Reynolds is coming out with a shoe with New Balance numerics. How many do you want to buy? And do you want to buy them? And all the retailers were like, I don't know. I trust you. Like, obviously this is going to look good, but I guess we're just buying blind. So he hit me up when he put the order in. He's like, I have some pairs coming. No idea what they look like. Hopefully they're good, but do you want to check them out when they get here? And I was like, duh, dude. So
there you go.
It's cool. They delivered. And I know a lot of people were looking forward to this basically over the past year. So stoked. Very stoked.
Very exciting. Very exciting to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Last little quick news hit before we do a little catch up pickups. AE2, we've had a couple of colorways come out today. Interesting. So the first one we're looking at here is basically a triple white, all white with some blue text on the back, which I don't know if that's actually going to stay or if that's just notes on it. And then as well as in the front, they're clean.
The materials look so much better on these. That side panel, because the first look pair we saw, the peachy looking one. Like that side material was just like a canvas and it looked okay. This, it's kind of harder to tell, but there's some sort of like lattice structure like intercepting in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to really tell from the video, but I think it makes it look a little bit more sleek. So very curious. Very, very curious. I think these
I can live with. These I'm very excited for. This white pair.
Mm-hmm.
This shoe is going to be very colorway dependent, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I say that because we also got another colorway leaked as well. And this one, let me share my screen.
Yeah. So Dre the Shoe God was the first person to like show this somehow?
I don't even know how it happened, but yeah, we basically just got videos that popped up on Soul Retriever, Sneaker News. I saw Complex, Bleacher Report was posting about it today. This one's like an all dark purple upper with some violet and orangish, pinkish accents. I don't really know how to describe it. You kind of just have to watch the video that we're have on YouTube right now. Drop a subscribe there while you're there as well. There you go, free plug. But yeah, this color I'm not a fan of. This is
really.
It's you can't look at that and then say
it looks like two different shoes.
It does, and there's still some details. Like if you look at the back heel tab, so if you're looking at this white pair back heel tab, you'll see it's kind of like sideways, and then if you the screen sharing is just not working right now.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the back heel tab on this pair, it's like not the same direction.
Interesting.
Like regular. So I don't know. We'll have to see. It's still up in the air, but exciting to say the least. That all white pair has got me excited. So
yeah. And there's just so much more opportunity for unique colorways where the AE one is just like, here's this TPU cage. We're pretty much just sticking with plain bold colors. Obviously, there were a few exceptions with like the MX versions and different more tie-dye effects like the ones in the background of your screen right now. But I just feel like there's so much more opportunity to have fun with it. And I feel like that will extend the longevity overall, which is probably why, I mean, we were excited about all the AE1 releases, but general public, it's like, okay, like here's another colorway. Like it's not groundbreaking or anything super crazy, but
yeah, no, I totally get that. And I mean, the all white pair is just, I really like the look of. That's why I'm kind of excited for that. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens and see how it plays out. But we're probably not going to see this till next season, so it doesn't even really matter.
Hurts, man. But I agree. All white pair, a must. I will be rocking that casually, for sure. Speaking of rocking, before we get into the news or just catch up, what'd you wear today? Did you leave the house? I left the house. I'm proud of me for that.
I did. I had the ASICS, the hidden collab.
Nice. The Venture 6?
Yup. The shields.
Nice.
Yep. I wore those. Went to the gym this morning. Typically I go in the afternoon, but I got up and went this morning. So I wore those.
I went to the gym this morning. This is what I rocked.
I could have guessed that.
Yep.
Funny story that you asked that, actually, because typically my gym shoe has been the Pegasus Premium.
Ooh.
I had a little issue with it. I don't know if people saw my story. That story got more views than some of my videos. So I was almost a close friends deal, and then I just posted it and had like 30,000 people saw it, and it was like, ugh. But and some of the people that worked on the shoe follow me and stuff. So
I mean,
yeah, I don't know how it happened. Dogs might have been involved, might have got ran over by a car. I don't know how it happened. I think basically what happened was the back foam on the back left heel came off. It was the Zoom X foam. It came off. It like peeled off. I don't think the dogs did it because they're currently sleeping, so they couldn't have. But there was no bite marks or anything like that. What I think happened is I stepped on the back heel to take them off, right through the foam. So I reached out to Nike to see if I can get a replacement pair. they don't do replacement pairs. They're sold out. That colorway is sold out. All the colorways are sold out, so I can't get a pair. The only thing that they would let me do is Twins just won. Good deal. Extra innings, 43. We needed that. Beat the Mets in the series.
Now we're playing you guys now.
Yeah, I know. It's been a rough start for us. So
same.
Anyways, they offered me, since it was out of the return window too, they're like, hey, you can factory warranty, you get a 2-year deal, so we can get it back. We'll refund you. We'll examine it if that's the case. So currently they're being shipped to Nike to get a refund. So, and then I'm just going to have to wait till a new colorway drops and buy the new ones, because I really liked them. So
with how expensive they were, it's like, huh?
210, I think they were not cheap. So
that's crazy, dude. I'm glad you posted that as a story though, because that was great. That was a great video.
Well, I only put maybe 25 miles on them, not even that much. Like,
I mean, I posted that as an actual. Well, if I'm honestly surprised Dez didn't see that story and just take it and use it as a nice kicks post.
I'm glad he didn't. I'm not trying to get negative publicity towards Nike. Like, I love the shoes. The shoes have been great. They just, and it might have been my doing. If I knew it happened, if I saw the foam just pop off, it would have been different, but I don't know how it happened. So I don't want to, like, let's say the dogs did do it. I don't think they did, because it was a clean break and there was no bite marks, and they don't just bite stuff off. They're little dogs. They kind of like nibble at stuff, and then like they don't eat anything. They just nibble at it. So I don't think it was that they're never in the garage. I keep them on the shelf in the garage or in the car to go to the gym. I've never worn them outside. Like, I don't know the circumstance with it. So if I did, it'd be a little different. I think I'm like 90% sure I stepped on the back heel, and
which makes sense. You are notorious.
Which should not happen, but
you're notorious for a heel.
Yeah, the ASICS. That's what I wore to the gym. Thanks for asking.
Still, it's crazy, dude. You're better than me. I would have posted it as a whole video, and
sure you would have.
Nike probably never would have sent me anything again. Not like they ever do anyway.
I'm not trying to have that. Yeah, same here. They do send me some stuff, I guess.
I know I have a package coming from Jordan brand soon. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So that'll be cool.
The new Lucas I just got. So shout out Jordan brand for that.
If I get a pair of new Lucas, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, I believe they're sending me one of the limited, like the new .77s that are like 77 pairs in the world or something like that. So
that's cool.
Yeah. But what'd you pick up? How was trip, by the way, before you go to pickups?
Trip was good. Before that, I wore the ASICS Keanu 14 today because I didn't say the name of the shoe. The trip was great, dude. It was honestly like, it was so much fun. I'm going to grab the box. They did give me the Adidas. I don't even know the name of the shoe. Is that bad? It's like the Adidas Forum, but it's some iteration of the Adidas Forum. Shake James teamed up with Adidas to drop this for Milwaukee's 414 day. They brought me out. Very small group, very small store. The party was at Clicks Kicks in Milwaukee. And what I didn't realize is Clicks is exclusively just an Adidas boutique. So it was like really cool to just look at all the pairs they had on the shelves and everything. But after talking to Shake for a while, his just relationship with Adidas runs so deep, and it's fascinating. He's going to come on the pod very soon and tell his story, because he has ties with like Run DMC. That's how he got like introduced to people at Adidas, and Wexler before he was Wex over at Adidas.
He lives in Milwaukee, and the store's in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to Milwaukee for my wife's work in like 50 days, and I have a couple of free days. So
you gotta hit him up.
Yes, I will.
Gotta, dude. He's like a local legend over there. We went to this steakhouse called, I think, Carnivore the first night we were there. And this dude is just treated like a king. It was the craziest thing. Like, he has his own knife that they bring him to cut this steak with. And I'm like, dude, who are you? I was just straight up. I was like, dude, I live in Atlanta. I'm not like super tapped in with all these little subcultures and sub pockets all around the States. And he was like, dude, I totally get that. And we just dove into everything, talking about.
Sorry to cut you off, but that's
No.
very how it was with Philip and Unheard Of.
Yeah,
Same vibe, like just plugged into the city, which is cool to see.
I love it, man. But just yeah, super dope guy. Now he's a big fan of your content. Now he's a fan of my content. He loved the review I did of the Twilight pair of the Nova Infinities because he's like, this is like one of the first reviews I've seen of a shoe where someone wasn't trying to just, hey, there you go. There you go.
Came in today.
But just like not trying to oversell the shoe. Cause like even in the review video, I was like, this shoe isn't really for me, but I think it's cool. And he's like, I freaking love that you said that. Cause I feel like all these reviews I see, people are just like, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it.
I didn't even, the other ones, I didn't even review them because it's not a me deal. I put it in my sneaker pickups and that was it, but it's not like a shoe. This one, I got the cream pair.
I like those. I wanted to buy those because they had them there, but in my head I was like, there's only I think 200 pairs of that one made, the cream one, and I think 800 of this, and I didn't know he was sending them to people or I would have bought them, but I was like, I'll leave these for like the locals because I feel like they'll be more hyped. But that one looks so good, dude.
When he got the Adidas logo on the inside, when they posted about these eyes slit up, and I was like, this colorway is something I would wear. Like, this is a clean colorway. It's very reminiscent of the Forrest Gump Cortez's red, white, and blue is just a color scheme that I rock all the time.
True.
And then you get the little yellow in there, little net on the inside.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're clean. I'm hyped about these. So yeah, this is one that I'm like reviewing all day because it's a pair I like. So
yeah, 100%. And cool. Like, just a cool shoe too. I was very excited, but event was good. They had the news was there. They had a radio station there. They had a customization sort of station where people were sort of putting little like 404 logos on the side, a ton of other little different things. But yeah, it was super cool. They also had a tattoo station, which I got my first tattoo, which was funny. Very last minute decision. So that was fun.
What leads you to that? I don't think for my first one I could just do like an off the cuff one, or I don't think I'll ever get a tattoo, but
I was already planning on doing one when we were in Ireland, but we didn't have time to do it. So we showed up to the event and they're like, oh yeah, there's a free tattoo booth. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then of course I was there with the Adidas team. They got pretty much everyone else was getting a tattoo. And I was like, I called Anna. I was like, should I get one? Because it's free. Didn't have to pay for it. And I just got the word buddy on the back of my arm above my elbow, which is what Anna calls me. It's our just like nickname. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And it's free. I don't have to worry about it. So it wasn't.
It's a good spot too, because you're not gonna
cover it whenever
or hate it, but it's like there, and it's like I don't know. That's like the perfect spot you could have picked.
I agree. It wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be either. I was hyping it up in my head. So
wasn't the reason I don't think I'll get one. I don't think I have anything that I would get, but that's probably
that was me for the longest time.
Date, but that's, I don't know.
Yeah. Now I have a little list, or I have a notes app in my phone that's just sort of like been accumulating over the past few years of stuff that I'm like, maybe. But I'm too picky. So this one made sense. But overall, good trip. Met a ton of great people. Had a blast. What about you? What was your week like?
Any other pickups?
2 others. Clot and Adidas sent over their new crepe gazelles. They're like really nice too. I haven't had a pair of crepe shoes in a minute. I know Charlie likes to call them the booger soles. He's had a few in the past.
I was like, crepe shoe. I was like, what is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them right now on Adidas's website.
They reached out. It was like one of their other PR agencies. And they're like, hey, would you like to try out the new, Clot and Adidas collab? And I looked them up and I was like, sure. Like, I didn't think they were that good. And then getting them in, I was
Clot material is going to be insane. I see you got a little satin action in there too.
Like all of them, satin all over. Insole, sock liner, tongue.
The back heel looks really nice on that white pair.
I know, dude. Well, they both have mismatched, but yeah, like just the embroidery on the white cream pair, you probably can't even see it on camera because it's so subtle. The suede is great, gold lace tips, great laces. I'm stoked for them. I was pleasantly surprised.
Those outsoles.
Yeah, I know. I haven't had.
They last really nicely for like a month's wear, and then they just deteriorate.
Really? So we'll see. I feel like I'll definitely wear the navy, yellow, and green pair more.
You should wear those a bunch to get a feel, because my hidden Clarks, I wore those a ton.
Yeah.
They're destroyed. But the sole, the outsole is really comfortable. And the good part too is I see that it's a little darker of an outsole. The hidden pair was like a clear translucent, and so they looked really dirty. But these look nice.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm happy I said yes. There's a lot of shoes that I just turned down because I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's fine.
Oh, you just get those random emails from like the PR agencies. Like I got
well, there's stuff from Adidas that I turned down. Like they'll hit me.
It's like yes, Adidas too, but it's like you probably get them too, where it's like a random email address that they're like, hey, we're seeding for this. Like I had an Under Armour one today that was like, hey, we're doing this like revival shoes or whatever. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of it, like there was a time where I said yes to everything because I was like, cool, yes, I need pairs to review. But now I guess I'm fortunate enough to be in the place where I'm like, I can't even get through everything I want. Like there's pairs I've bought recently that I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to get around to do a review.
Bro, I'm waiting to do. I'm like, I can't fit those in the New Balance loafers.
Same. I haven't even wrote anything for them. I haven't even done anything for the Allerdales. I want to do a video on those so bad. The 991 V2s, both pairs sitting up there that I'm like, I've shot the B-roll. I have it all like in my computer, but I just haven't had a second to write down how I feel about them. And
yeah, I feel that.
Do that whole thing. So we'll see. Getting too busy. Work's been crazy. So is making content, but gotta love it. It's the name of the game. But what about you? What's new? What you get? What's the work?
Last week, what did I do? I went and filmed the Kobe review. I don't know. Did I talk about the Kobe's?
You didn't. I don't think you did, but that was a cool review. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that location. Charlie has walked away, so I can say whatever I want. I love you guys, and subscribe, please.
Kobe. 8.
Kobe. Cool shoe.
Went and picked them up from Studio 23 in Edina, Minnesota. They opened up a new location, and I went and saw it like 2 weeks before that, and it's like, hey, like, I don't know, he hit me up. He was like, hey, if like we got the Kobe 8s coming in, like, I don't know if you want a pair. I'm like, yeah, I want a pair. This is like one of those pairs that I always wanted.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful shoe. And I was like, only if I can review them in your store, because the store is like a studio. It's like a Kith location.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, do it. And so I did that, went and filmed that on Friday and tossed it out. Video turned out sick. It very freeing filming somewhere else besides the studio. I said that to him. I was like, this is nice. Like it opens it up. I'm learning more, like the whole deal. So that was fun.
Turned out.
And then, it did turn out good. It did pretty well. So thank you for everyone that watched it.
It was one of those videos that me watching it and I see it pop up with the B-roll and I'm like, man, F Charlie. Like, man.
Trying. I'm learning. I'm learning the B-roll and stuff. So
too good.
Yeah, excuse me. It was fun. It was fun to do. And yeah, this is they were in the shelf because they're immediately into the rotation for the new gym shoes. So
hell yeah.
The new basketball, racquetball shoes. So I'm pretty excited to get those on the court. That and then just been hounding on the cleats and stuff. Got quite a few new things in the works, so that's kind of exciting.
I like that.
Pickups, nothing crazy. Kobe's, I guess, are pretty crazy. EQLZ sent out some of their new 360, the Jewel basketball shoes in a new colorway. Boom.
Oh, I like that. That blue. I love blue.
Yes, this is a sick colorway. I have an all black pair. I wish they sent me the all white pair at the beginning because I was like, the white looks so good because you can really see all the detail. This colorway is sick. It's like there's a city that I grew up, Rogers, Minnesota. My couple cousins went there and stuff, but their school colors are blue and white, and I've always loved that color combo. And this is one of those that like is so clean. So, I mean, for a brand that's kicking off a model like this, great job. Traction's great too. So excited about those. I've gotten the other pair on the court a few times and they feel great. It's a really nice shoe.
I like that. I kind of prefer the first model they did. I think that just looked way.
I got those too. And they're not as good performance wise. They're a little stiff.
Really? That makes sense.
What I think of them. Yeah. And then, I got the 414s and then shout out the END team.
What did they do?
The first time I'm looking at these. We talked about them last week.
Oh, okay.
Fish and chips insert. These came in about an hour ago. Ooh.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, these are very nice.
I love. That's probably my new
material is very nice.
Yeah. The BW Army.
Yes, you get the little fish scales there. Material's really nice. I love the custom insole.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are clean. These are really clean. End on the tongue. Fish and chips deal. Just simple, well executed. You get the vibe.
That model.
Extra little insert, so you get a little premium feel to it. So yeah, I got those and then the Solomons they sent me too. So shout out the END fam. Review coming soon on those. So
that's tough. I'm gonna have to start bugging them in their inbox or something.
Yeah, really.
I want that Solomon pair. I'm good on the Adidas just because I wear the hard copy version like so much.
These are very similar. Yeah, or even
the same model.
It's the same color scheme too. So
and they have a thicker midsole than like Sambas, which I love. Yep. Sambas are just a little too low. Okay, so we got to stop for a second and talk about one of our sponsors, Apothecary.
If you're looking for the best socks to pair with your favorite sneakers, Apothecary has you covered.
From elevated basics to unique and fashionable designs, Apothecary really has something for everyone.
On top of that, they also have a great collection of apparel and accessories.
And they actually just launched their brand new Easter collection, which we have here.
Inspired by the memories of a calm, sunny spring morning, spending your time searching or painting eggs.
You have 4 different designs in total, with probably this mint blossom pair being my favorite.
And I think this pastel stars has got to be my favorite. It pairs pretty well with these brand new Luca 4s there.
Ooh, I like that. So that's actually the pair Anna picked out because she was here scoping the new collection before we recorded, and she was like, those are mine. So I guess those are hers now, but I'm thinking pair the blossom pair with these New Balance 991 V2s, whatever the name is. Something simple, spice it up a little bit. I like that.
That's a good spring combo right there if I've ever seen one.
I mean, these are truly the best socks on the market. That's why we rock them.
So you can check them out right now at apothecary.com and use our code BEYOND, BEYOND, for $5 off your first purchase.
And now back to the podcast.
So, yeah, it's been a good week. All right, let's jump to some news. We got pretty quick one here. Jordan 4 SB Navy dropped on the sneakers app, exclusive access. It was a story post from Eric Costin. Click on the link, you watch the video, you scratch the ticket, you buy the shoes. It was that simple.
That's crazy. I saw a lot of people got them too, which was
I did.
You got another pair? Nice.
I got another pair. Yeah, I don't know if I'll keep them or sell them, but it's the navy pair is definitely, I put it in my summer rotation because it's going to be a good one. So now I can really beat on them this summer. But yeah, it was super easy. Like the wait, like the checking to see if you won the drawing was like 10 seconds, and then it just Apple Wallet hit and I'm good to go. So
that's tight.
Cool way to do it. Yeah, shout out Soul Savvy and Soul Retriever. My phone was blowing up for like 5 minutes, and I was like, well, what's going on here? And checked it.
Yeah.
Hit his story. Boom, got him. So
boom, bop, bam. Yeah, that was one of those. saw the aftermath, and I was just like, oh dang, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
they just kind of happen like that. But yeah, I mean, it's prices have tanked. I don't even know if they're reselling. So
really,
let's see. Let me check right now.
well, especially after doing a shock drop like that and releasing a ton of pairs, so it would make sense that it would drop a little bit. I bet 340.
No, size 11 is like one of the higher prices. Size 260.
Huh.
Yeah, they're low.
Not terrible.
Retail's 220.
Dang, son.
225.
Dude,
I think it was 215 on the sneakers app though. So
yeah, save $5. It's not bad.
It was free shipping. Yeah.
Every time I look at like StockX and go through the prices of old Jordan 4s, I'm just like blown away. I'm like, oh wow, I had no idea.
This one, great pair.
Oh, I love that shoe.
On greens, yeah.
Yeah,
my dad pair. So, yeah, SB4 Navy's dropped. Is the Jordan 4 Cavestone inspired by the Travis Scott collaboration? We actually made a clip of this.
We did.
I think it is.
Yeah. This post just had them side by side, and I was like, oh.
I saw that right when I posted the clip. Like 3 hours later, there was more photos.
Really?
On foot, which are these right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, more B-roll I could have put in, but
I know. It's always how it is.
Man, even that translucent outsole.
Yeah.
It's like semi-translucent, very similar to the Friends and Family. See
I'm
that?
a fan.
Yeah, I mean, you could paint the rest of the midsole black to match
the
Friends and Family pair, and then get black wax laces to match the Friends and Family pair. The only thing you're not getting is the cactus jack on the back heel and the leather on the inside.
Yeah. The wings are black too. Like, it's subtle things where it's like,
paint the wings, you could paint the midsole and get the black wax laces, and there you go, bingo.
If you need to have that pair, honestly, I think they look fine as is.
Paint the thing on the back red too. Yeah, they look clean. I don't know. It's like I don't know. The more I look at, I don't know if this is just a fake pair or what's going on, but the stitching looks extra on it.
Extra stitching.
Kind of like yeah. So my guess is this isn't a real pair.
Early production or something.
Yeah, something's iffy with it, but yeah, they look clean. Like the back heel is just the proportions are not. Look at this.
Yeah.
Get that wing, like the back heel tab. Look at that back heel tab compared to the actual back heel tab.
It's a little
bigger
bit.
It is. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's interesting.
Definitely fake.
Time will tell.
Yeah, this is bad. I've back in my reselling days, this is red flags right here. So, but yeah, they look good on foot. So, yeah, there you go. What else we got? More Jordan 4 news. Only 25% of the Jordan 4 Rare Airs have gold lettering.
Oh, goodness.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I know I'm being sarcastic, but yeah, I was like, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't really change anything.
Like, because it's going to be underneath
the tongue stitch, like the patch that you can take on and off.
Yeah. Overall, dude, I just think this is a great looking shoe. I'm not the biggest fan of like the red and blue. I wish it would, dude, if it was all just red or all blue, that looked tough.
I agree.
Just aged look. I think it's a good shoe though.
But then you'd either have the Travis Scott's,
the
4s, or the Bike Air 4s.
Yeah,
they're all red or all blue. Yeah, something's just, I don't know. Nothing's working on this pair for me.
Really interesting.
I don't like it.
I don't know. Every time I see Velcro on a shoe, I'm just like, Velcro, like, and I know it's like the littlest thing, but it just seems so cheesy.
Yeah, not a fan of this. Just because we talked about it. There's so many good 4s dropping that this is just not one that gets me excited.
But what if you got the gold lettered?
Okay.
I think we should. I'm going for these. 25%.
Should I do a mystery box series until I get the gold leathering?
Oh my God, that'd be so funny.
That would be like the most.
Every comment would be like, dude, but
who cares?
But why?
Yeah, there's yeah, it's just, it seems manufactured and like they're trying to get.
It is.
Because it's rare. You have the gold. I don't know. Who cares?
Wow.
This is actually exciting. One of the better basketball shoes from a female athlete, which is really cool. Sabrina is dropping the Sabrina 3, and we just got our first look at it. She was wearing it. It's one of the better hoop shoes. The Sabrina 2, Bailey Ober actually did some cleats on, which will be up for auction, charity auction here in June with the Twins. So if you want to buy that exact cleat of the Sabrina 2, you can. But they did a Bayou series with the Sabrina 2. It's very similar to the Kobe's. Like, it's one of the better performance shoes. A lot of people in the NBA have been rocking them, and now we got the 3 here. So here's our first look at it.
That's cool. It reminds me of something with like the sort of fly wire coming up from the side of the shoe to the laces. It's like reminding me of old Nike Flyknit runners somewhat. And then the toe box sort of has a little bit more of a knit look too. And I like that.
It reminds me a lot of the old Hyperdunks.
Yeah.
So look at that one.
Yeah.
And then here's the 2015 Hyperdunk.
Yeah, I can see that.
Very similar.
Yeah. I want to see full photos. I'm just curious because I've liked everything else. So I'm sure this will be a hit too.
I'm excited. These are good hoop shoes. $130 too. Very enticing price. Release date July 10th. So midsummer, mid WNBA season, which will be fun. I don't know when that WNBA season starts. When does it start? Because they just had the draft. Paige Beckers, Minnesota native, getting drafted number 1.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
May 16th through September 11th. So it is midseason. Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, shout out Paige Beckers. Sponsored by StockX.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Funny story. I DM Paige Beckers like back in the reselling days. I gotta find it.
Really?
When she was in Minnesota, because she was like a phenom before she even went to UConn.
Yeah.
That was probably 5 years ago. 2021. So I don't even know when that was. College days, maybe. Yeah. She posted like I think it was a picture of a shoe, like a crazy shoe. This was before she was sponsored by StockX. And I was like, how much did you pay for those? She said a whole lot. And I said, what size did you get? Size 8 and 10. And I don't know, I'm in Minnesota. I can get you a pair. Reselling days, try to plug the business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you willing to pay for each pair? How much are they going for? About $1,800 each. I don't know what pair this was. Now I got to figure this out.
Dang.
It may be Chunky Dunkies or something like that. You know what's funny is this is what I said, about $1,800 each. And then it was, honestly, why don't you hit up Nike or a sponsor ? You got the cloud for it. Plus the college athletes can't get messed up with money anymore due to NIL. Just curious. And she said, yeah, I'm working on it. Haven't made deals yet. This was before. And then she signed with StockX like a year later. And I was like, that's the most ironic thing ever. Like, she was into reselling sneakers and then she signed with StockX. So
that's awesome.
And then won a championship, drafted number 1, and now she's the bee's knees. So
classic. That's sick though. It's a good story. Good little origin story.
Kind of funny. Yeah. I mean, it's just like a ironic thing, but
true.
Better look at the Nego Force 3s, all white pair, gold.
I like the gold on
these in that weird lighting, but
yeah, the gold on the heel looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. It's just
all right.
You know,
all right.
I just don't like the model. Actually, like, if they did this upper on a slimmer midsole, I think it'd look really good. Because the upper looks great and white.
I agree. I think they're kind of going for that Fila look.
Mm-hmm.
The box is sick.
Fire. That's so cool.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not something I'm super excited about. Same with this next pair. We got the Jordan 1 Low OG washed teal.
Yeah, finally getting that shape, baby.
A big swoosh. Yeah, these look like they look like the turbo green Jordan 1, but just a low top. And then the swoosh is not white. They decided to go with even a more teal.
The turbo greens, dude. I wanted that pair so bad.
Here you go. Just swap white laces in and get Jordan to swap the swoosh on it, and you could make it look just like that.
That's true. I
just outsold too.
Those dropped when I worked at Foot Action at Cumberland Mall, and it dropped alongside another pair that was like black and orange. I don't know if you remember that, but it was the turbo green, that pair.
Yep.
For some reason, our store got the other pair. Yeah, yeah. And they looked good, but we didn't get the turbos. We only got the crimson. And I was like, man, I'm so pissed. But yeah, never got them.
The turbos, essentially, but a little more teal.
Yeah, I'm just so hyped. They're bringing back the big swoosh. I feel like that's the only difference. Like the toe box and everything kind of looks the same.
I believe this is a GS pair too, just from the toe box, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not bad.
Curious. Yeah, dude, big swoosh energy. But
big swoosh energy there.
See, I hate it because they just keep making these minor tweaks every like 2 years, which gets people excited.
85 lows, man. We need more colors. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, because I love the Game Royals. I've only worn them once, but I have been wearing the breads more. I wore them the other day again. I've worn them like 5 times now, and I love them.
Locked in.
Every time I wear them, I'm like, this may be my favorite shoe.
I still got to get a pair of those. At some point I will. Maybe.
For sure.
Know. We'll see.
For sure.
Travis Scott. Man, we haven't talked about this guy in a minute.
Travis Scott.
Fragment Jordan 1 Low collab that we've definitely seen this before.
We've seen it a lot.
Very interesting.
But he's
still drinking cacti. I didn't know I was still in business.
Yeah, I thought they went under.
I don't know. Yeah, it's all white Jordan 1 with little backwards blue swoosh, fragment text, blue outsole, super basic black wax laces, which I do not like the look of, but
I need this shoe.
I'm more impressed with the chrome heart jeans because those are very expensive. Those are probably 10 grand for those. So yeah, that's
never thought I would ever hear you say you're more impressed by a pair of chrome heart jeans.
Bro, now that I feel like I'm in on the fashion industry a little bit, like I'm learning about it. Each chrome heart cross is like $500. So like anytime you see it, that's basically how I've been explained to me. So anytime you see like one with a ton of crosses, it's like very expensive. Chrome heart, expensive clothing. Let me see if I can find like the most expensive piece.
That's just such a funny thing to Google. Chrome heart, expensive clothing.
We got so here's an example for you. This is a pair of so this is a crazy piece. Chrome heart. This was Offset's personal pair. How much do you think?
Those look way cooler, in my opinion. Damn, dude. 24. Nah.
$100,000.
And it's Chrome Hearts Levi's. Like, that's what I don't get.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, there you go.
I do know on some pairs they like swap out the hardware with Chrome Hearts stuff, but I know on others they don't.
That's added value. So, there you go.
I love that.
Yeah, Travis Scott Fragment. I'm not very interested in it. I'm sure it'll do numbers for like a week and then
I need them.
Not happen.
I'm just gonna say that.
You need them?
I need them. I love that too.
Good luck getting that one. Anything Fragment Travis Scott's like,
dude. And I realized the other because when I saw that photo yesterday, and I was adding it to the notes, I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like the first time he's worked with Fragment. And then I was like, oh, wait, he has worked with Fragment. And I was like, I'm just not like tapped in. Like Travis is not always on my mind when it comes to shoes.
Never.
It
Yeah.
goes in one ear and out the other. I'm like, cool.
Exactly.
Cool.
Especially recently. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But
all right, we got a sequins covered shoe from Wales.
yeah. Wales Bonner. We got a weird looking low cut shoe. I love Wales Bonner. I wish this was a different color because I feel like it'd look cool. Possibly sequins all over it.
All brown sequins shoe.
Dookie. These are, you could rock.
Get out of here. No, this is
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Have you seen the TikTok trend, the pimp in distress?
Nope.
It's like, this is like super niche. I was explaining this to my wife, and she's like, maybe I'm just chronically online, but there's like a video of like a guy of Goodwill, and it's like, the colorful dress shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find them.
Now I need to know.
It's like a whole thing. Like this was like the photo of the Goodwill. And it was like all these like super bold colored shoes, like dress shoes, but like pink, orange, yellow, and like you'd wear like complete pink sweatsuits with like the pink dress shoes at the bottom. That's what, super niche. Nobody's gonna understand what I just said. If you do, drop a comment in the YouTube. But yeah, this is like, I don't know. This, like, I could see a brown sequin sweatsuit to go with this. Like,
oh, absolutely.
How do you wear these? This is like 2004 vibes, maybe.
I mean, the dude in the photo is wearing them with shorts, and I feel like that could be a vibe. But
Fox too.
Yeah, just no shows.
Oh, I want to see you wear these. Wear these to a Braves game,
dude. That'd be hilarious. Actually, not that, like, if it was another color, I could probably do that. But not
sequins on the shoe is not a look I want to be rocking.
Yeah, I love a good sequence, especially if you like rub your hand on it and it changes colors. Sign me up for that.
Right, there you go.
Yep.
Ooh, first time I'm seeing these. This is Never That New Balance collaboration.
Yeah, it's on the 991 V2. It's pretty, I don't know, it's kind of underwhelming, but it is cool. Like,
that's why I like it. It's very muted. It's like a muted gray with a really muted violet purple.
And I think they look good.
Like a pastel purple almost, but it's like a muted pastel. It's clean. It's low key.
It definitely is. It's just the retail price of that model, dude. Like, it's hard to justify just like a kind of boring, which, I mean, I have 2 pairs now and they're both very, very.
Well, like, this shoe would go with like everything. That's why it would be like, this model would be perfect because you could wear this with like, and it would be a staple too. Like, even the t-shirt you're wearing, or like all black or white, or like, it would go with anything. It wouldn't look out of place, but it would also be different than just a black or a white or a brown shoe.
Yeah. Well, that's why I've been wearing the Kith Osaka ones. I've been wearing those so much because it's just that silhouette. Oh my God. Maybe it may be the one. Literally, so just
what about
closet of those and a closet of 85 ones, and I'm good.
Look at you becoming an 85 guy. I like it.
Like the new cut, dude. Yeah. Hits.
What about these? Would you wear these?
Dude, I wouldn't. I don't know.
Put some crazy pairs in here this week.
Yeah. It's been a crazy week for sneakers. So we're talking about the Story MFG ASICS Gel Venture 6, which is the model that Charley wore to the gym today.
Great model.
Oh, it's a great model. I have been wearing my hidden pair a little bit more because I neglected them at first, and now I'm getting back into them. But
they're very comfortable. Ooh, another colorway. We got this is like think of a picnic table, like a picnic cloth, like that pattern, like the checkered pattern. That's on the upper. It's all brown, and then there's that overlaying on some of the material, and then some like bow tie checkered laces as well. They're kind of cool.
Yeah,
they're definitely on the female side.
Yeah,
I don't think I would wear these. No, I could see my wife wearing this purple pair though.
Yeah,
if you put in some regular laces, they're kind of cute. Maybe I'll say that they're cute. I don't know. spring vibe, $133, weird MSRP, April 11th. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like you said. I don't think I could do them.
I'm more interested in these socks. These socks look nice.
Preach.
Even though I know Apothecary socks are better, but they look cool at least.
But dude, why would you even say that?
Yeah. All right. Last up. This one I remember talking about for sneakers dropping this week.
Yeah.
Are you excited about these JJJJound Vans collab half cabs? I mean, you're our JJJJound guy, so
I am, I guess, the resident JJJJound. I do like these. I may try and go for them tomorrow if I remember. If I don't, I'm fine. Like, it's just a black pair of Vans, white tongue, white laces. They look very clean. I love the way they mapped out the colors where the whole upper is one color. Then you just have a cream or white tongue, white laces.
Yeah, that's a good combo.
Like, it just it makes it look more cohesive and it's different. So I like that. I don't know which pair I like more though. We got a burgundy.
You get a maroon and then you get a black. Yeah, burgundy, whatever. And then everything else is cream. I think I like the burgundy maroon initially, but I would never wear them. The black pair I would wear.
See, I could see you like really rocking that shoe too. As just like
you know what's funny is that was like we used to do like field trips in elementary school, and that was my like our team color one year was maroon. And I don't know why I still remember this, but it's like I hated that color so much, and I still remember that to this day. I don't know any of my other team colors all the other years, but I remember maroon was one year because I had to go get a T-shirt from Walmart or wherever to like match in for the day, and it was like I don't like this color, and so this is like one that initially to the eye like pastel, like the neutral tones, whatever, but like I don't think I'd ever wear these. I'd put them on, and then I'd look at my outfit, and I'd be like, "This looks ridiculous," and I'd take them off, and I would never get out of the house with them.
Yeah. But like you said, like the black one for sure.
Yeah, you could wear those a bunch.
I might go for them. I'm sure they drop tomorrow at like
April 17th.
11 or something like that. I don't know.
And you get your JJJJound.
I'll just send them a DM and be like, "Hey, send me the send me the invoice, I'll pay."
There you go.
I don't know what they go for, but can't be anything crazy. But
shouldn't be anything crazy.
They cool. But anything else to add before we say sayonara?
That'll be it.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Leave a review, subscribe, whatever you got to do. We appreciate you. And we'll talk to you next week.
Peace.